gang raped, and she gets 200 lashes. Digging deeper on this, as you just heard, the case has sparked outrage around the world. I talked to author and filmmaker Ayaan Hirsi Ali, who was raised by fundamentalist Muslims but is now a vocal critic of Islam. She is also a target of death threats because of a film she made called Submission. Her co-producer on the film, a relative of the artist Vincent van Gogh named Theo van Gogh, was murdered. We had a lot to talk about, starting with what it's really like to be a woman in Saudi Arabia. For women in Saudi Arabia, what is life like, the reality of life, not just for this young woman, but for all women there?
Well, for all women, the reality is stay in the house unless you have a pressing need to go outside. If you have a pressing need to go out, you must wear the veil. If you marry, your husband can say 3 times, I divorce you, and you're divorced. The other way around is not possible. The problem of child brides in Saudi Arabia is as common as drinking espresso coffee in Italy. It is because the Prophet Muhammad married a 9-year-old girl. Every man in Saudi Arabia feels that he can marry a minor, or he can marry off his daughter who is an underage. You will be stoned, flogged, if you commit or even make the impression that you may have committed adultery. It is not nice being a woman in Saudi Arabia.
You made the film Submission with Theo van Gogh. He was murdered on the street by a man stabbed to death on the street. Your life has been threatened. You are under round-the-clock protection in the location where you're now, which we're not saying the location for your own protection. Do you still feel that your life is in danger every day?
Yes, my life is in danger every day. My life is in danger from threats by individuals who believe that by killing me, they will go to paradise. And I think that if there are more and more Muslim men and women who stand up and who say, we don't want this happening in the name of our religion, that I will have a chance of leading a life with no bodyguards and with no threats. And that's the amazing thing. We see Muslims taking to the streets in large numbers when there are cartoons of the Prophet Muhammad drawn, or when a Quran is flushed down the toilet. But when human rights are violated, as in being flogged, jailed, killed, we don't see anybody. Why is the Muslim world silent today?
We're always told that Islam is a religion of peace, that the word itself means peace. Do you believe that?
Well, it depends on how you define peace. If you define peace as flogging a victim of rape with 200 stripes because she was in the wrong place at the wrong time, then maybe that's peace. But that's not how we in the West, or anyone who believes in the universal rights, universal Declaration of Human Rights, believes to be peace. We see bombs thrown in the name of Islam. We see people being killed. We see women subjugated. Is that peace? We have, for communication and for dialogue to be proper dialogue, we have to speak the same language. And in the West, when we say peace, we mean something totally different from developing a bomb to eradicate Israel, or from flogging a poor young woman, a 19-year-old, with 200 lashes of the whip. And that's a state sentence.
Should point out, for her very frank talk, Ayaan Hirsi Ali has round-the-clock protection every day of her life.